we back with another one. So we're gonna break down these new IBF rankings that just came out. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know how we do. We're gonna go down each division and see what's to it. Before I do that, I want to salute everybody coming through the building. Make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. Feel free to drop a comment, definitely in the chat or in the comment section. If you listen to the playback, it's all good. So we're gonna get to it. Do a little screen share for sure. So y'all know how I do already about these rankings. So we just trying to go through and see what's what with them, and we're gonna run them down for sure. So up first, you have the heavyweight division. Of course, we want to get to it. My man JC in the building. What's good with you, bro? Salute. My man Tay in the building. Salute, bro. What's good with you? Salute. So heavyweight division. So we know Usyk is a unified champion. He just beat Anthony Joshua. So he don't have mandatories right now. The winner between Joyce and Parker would be his WBO mandatory. But the IBF, you have a number one contender, but he haven't been called yet. That's Philip Herkovich. So it probably be a while for that fight to get called. But running it down, it's a couple of changes. Andy Ruiz jumped up to number 3. Last month he was unranked. He basically took Luis Ortiz's spot when he beat him. Ortiz was number 2 last month. So since that wasn't eliminated, it just dropped him to number 3. Reason why you'll see not rated in some of these rankings because you got to win an eliminator in the IBF before you get that 1 or 2 spot. So you'll see that a lot in some of these rankings. And some of them you won't see it. So that's the reason for it. The other change they had is Marat Gassi, a former cruiserweight champion. He comes in number 11. So Joe Joyce and Joseph Parker, they moved out the rankings because they are fighting for the WBO interim title. So they out. So everything after that looked pretty much the same. You know what I'm saying? We know we got some big fights coming up in heavyweight division. Deontay Wilder versus Salinas is coming back. Wilder's coming back versus Salinas. That's a big time fight. You got Parker versus Joe Joyce. That's next week. You got Hunter versus Harry Fury. You know what I'm saying? And we get Tyson Fury versus AJ at the end of the year. That'd be another good fight. So we'll see. Let me see. We got something coming. Frank Sanchez got a fight coming. He's going to fight on the Wilder Helenius undercard. He's going to face Carlos Negron, and he got high rankings in the WBO and the WBC, so he's coming. You know what I'm saying? Not too like he's going to be in a title eliminator soon enough. You know what I'm saying? And the other guys really not don't have nothing coming. I think Tony Yoka actually got some coming in December. I'm not sure. Waiting on Dylan White, you know what I'm saying? We got Otto Wallen. So you got good contenders. Charles Martin coming off a victory a couple weeks ago. And you still got Luis Ortiz in there. So we'll see. But the heavyweight division is picking up right now because we got Deontay back, and then these guys making some good fights. So we'll see. All right. Moving down to cruiserweight. So we got the champion, Jay Abataya. I'm not sure when he's going to be back. He broke his jaw on both sides versus Breathers when he took the title from him. And that was one of the best performances of the year, too. A lot of people don't really talk about that one, but that was a hell of a performance. AJ in the building. What's good with you, bro? Salute to you. Salute. So, at the cruiserweight division, so they got the number 1 spot is vacant. It's about to get filled in a couple of weeks. You got number 5, Masterneck. He's going to face number 10, Jason Wheatley. You know what I'm saying? That's going to be in Poland. So that'll be for the number 1 spot. You know what I'm saying? But the rest of it, there's really no changes. The only new entry, you got number 11, George Arias. He coming off a victory on Showbox. I think he fought Alante Green. So he took his spot. That was on Showbox in June. So y'all already know what time it is with that. I'm not even sure George Arias can make cruiserweight. I also see him ranked at Bridgerweight in the WBC. So that's probably the route he go. BLTB in the building. What's good with you, bro? Salute to you. My man Ant in the building. Salute to you, bro. What's going on with you? R West. Salute to you, bro. What's going on? Salute. So it's nothing really going on in cruiserweight like that. We're trying to get some unifications. I know the mandatories got fight. I know the WBA mandatory. I know the champion. He got his mandatory coming up. Arslan Galamarian. He's gonna face Alexei Igorov. That's November 19th. Waiting on Lawrence Okoli. He got one fight left with Matchroom. So we'll see what happens with that. Makabu got a fight coming up in not South Africa, but in his home country, Congo. So hopefully these guys can get some unification popping. Light heavyweight, we got Brother BF as the unified champion. He got the 3 belts: IBF, WBC, and WBO. He look like he's gonna be out for the rest of the year. He's supposed to face his WBO mandatory Anthony Yard, but he had like a little minor knee surgery, so I'm not sure what's popping with him. But he's definitely, what I'm saying, he a problem for anybody. But Waxy, he's number 3. Him and Pascal, they supposed to fight for the final eliminator for the IBF. They in negotiations. Actually, no. I take that back. They already went through negotiations. Lou DiBella won the purse bid. He trying to put on a Frank Warren show in November, and then Eddie Hearn trying to offer Calvin Smith to keep Waxy in house. They got rival promotions and shit like that. So we'll see what Waxy do. But I say take the John Pascal fight. I mean, I know John Pascal's a tricky veteran. You know what I'm saying, but he still need that in his development. If he face To me, I think it makes sense for Eddie Hearn to have 2 guys shooting for the world title at light heavyweight instead of 1. If he put both of those guys together, somebody gonna get clipped. You know what I'm saying? Now you're gonna lose stock in one of them. I actually think Cal Smith would beat Waxy right now. So I would say take different routes, and maybe they can have both guys can get a crack at Beterbiev, or what I'm saying, somebody can win a title or whatever, and he can make a mandatory defense versus Waxy. So that's how I look at it. But they said Eddie Hearn made an offer for Cal Smith versus Waxy. We'll see what happens with that. But yeah, these rankings, nothing too crazy. You know what I'm saying? That's the good thing about the IBF. They don't have a lot of crazy changes. You know what I'm saying? It's not sometimes the best 1 through 15, but you know what I'm saying, they don't have nothing crazy. So we'll see. Super middleweight. So we got Canelo Triple G tomorrow. We already know about that. William Skull is the IBF mandatory. He's from Cuba, but he fights out of Germany. You know what I'm saying? He's a tall, rangy fighter that can box and got a deep amateur career. I'm not sure if he's going to get an opportunity at Canelo, but then again, maybe he will. You know what I'm saying? We'll see. So, looking at it though, we got Caleb Plant. He's in the WBC Eliminator versus Anthony Durrell. So I can imagine if Canelo somehow vacate or the titles get vacated, I can see Caleb Plant maybe fighting for a vacant title, or the one between Plant and Durrell. He said Berlanga high though. Yeah, he high. He number 4. He number 4. So I'm not sure if Berlanga gonna actually fight the rest of this year. Y'all know he's still suspended for biting the old boy in his last fight. Number 5, man, I don't know how he won his fight. They gave him he got a crazy decision. He should have lost that fight. Ali Ahmadev, he's going to fight Gabe Rosado tomorrow. That should be a pretty decent fight. Number 7, Jose Uzcategui, he's in talks to face David Benavidez December the 3rd. So y'all stay tuned for announcement. And let me see who else. You got some good guys. Vladimir Shishkin, LeVron Richards. I don't know what's going on with him. He had a good victory over Carlos Gongora, but he's been inactive since. So we'll see. And there's a lot of dominoes that can shake with Canelo and Triple G. Either way, whoever wins, stuff can happen. You know what I'm saying? Because Canelo got 2 or 3 mandatories right now. He got the WBC with Benavidez. He got this IBF mandatory right here. Andre versus Parker's trying to fight. They're going to fight for the WBO interim title. That'd be another mandatory. So, yeah, it's just crazy. We'll see. A lot of dominoes can shake, for sure. All right. Moving down to middleweight. So, same thing, keeping that thing with the dominoes. Triple G, he got 2 belts at middleweight, the IBF and the WBA. So, after the fight with Canelo, he got 5 days to decide if he's going to go back down to face his WBA mandatory, which is Erislandy Lara. He got the regular title. So we'll see. That's what I'm saying. Domino's going to start to shake. I don't know if he's going to come back to 160, real talk. But then again, he's a free agent. Shit can happen. You know what I'm saying? That sounds like a video I can do. So we'll see, though. But yeah, we gotta wait for tomorrow. Number one and number two, so both guys want eliminated. So this is kind of like a one of the rare ones where you got 1 through 15. They normally got the one or number two vacant. So you got Falcao's number one. He's the mandatory. It's not due yet, but he's the number one mandatory. Then you got Michael Zarafa. So it was big talks about these guys being the co-main for Haney versus Cambosos for the vacant title. But of course, you gotta wait for Triple G, and you know the IBF and those guys. They're gonna be patient with Triple G. He can take as long as he wants. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not due yet. The WBA is the first one up to bat. So I can see Triple G, if he's going to continue the fight, I can see him vacating the WBA and keeping the IBF. I can see that, but we'll see. We're all going to see it tomorrow. So that fight is kind of like on hold for Kyle versus the Rafa. But from what I heard, though, that shit was pretty much done. It's just they want similar to Ponce and Matisse. They want to fight for the vacant title, not no interim title or some another eliminator. You know what I'm saying? But if you look at 160, yo, that shit look crazy. That shows you how down the division is. The only way the 160 gonna get popping again if the champions fight each other or these guys at 154 start moving up. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. 154. So Mel Charlo and Tim Tszyu gonna fight in January. So he's just chilling. He got the 4 belts. He's the man in the division. You got the IBF mandatory. He's he was taking step aside money, so he was happy just taking step aside money, and that's how Tim Tszyu kind of jumps him in the order. So it's crazy. He'll probably take another fight, probably on that undercard. Um, for me, I would like to see Jamel Charlo fight him. He could have fought him like in September or October, get him out the way, and turn right back around and fight in January. Like Charlo is one of those guys. Jamel Charlo is one of those guys that keep himself in shape. He's disciplined. You know what I'm saying? He gonna stay in tune with his craft and shit like that. So that's what I would like for him to do. But these guys, they only gonna fight once or twice a year. But look at 154, looking pretty good though. Conwell, you got Brian Castano. Any of these guys that's under Charlo can make good fights. They got Austin Trout still up in there. Carlos Adames is fighting for the WBC interim title, October the 8th. Troy Williamson got a fight with what's my man's name? Josh Kelly should be coming up. So we'll see. 154, but that shit undisputed, so ain't nothing moving to Mel say. So we'll see. 147. So we got Earl Spence, unified champion, IBF, WBC, and WBA. So we looking for that big fight for him and Bud Crawford. We got the mandatory Jerron Boots Ennis. Y'all see number 2 is vacant. You know what I'm saying? As I scroll down, the biggest thing is Rashidi Ellis comes in at number 10. Last month he was unranked. So, we know it's kind of trouble finding Boots opponents and stuff like that. We're gonna talk. That sounds like another video too. We on that. But so yeah, that's a good sign right there. We got Virgil number 3. He just requested to get a title shot in the WBA. A mandatory trying to fight another mandatory. I don't know what's going on, but we'll see. He trying to get the Stan Jonas fight. That's probably not gonna happen next because Stan Jonas got insurances that he's gonna fight on the undercard of Spence and Crawford. And if he don't get Spence, you know what I'm saying? I mean, if that fight don't happen, he'll get opportunity to fight Spence. You know what I'm saying? And then I don't see he would give up that because see, this is how I look at it. The politics, yo. The politics is crazy. Stanionis, if Spence vacate the title, they're just going to elevate Stanionis. Then he new champion. And the way his team is set up, Shelly Finkel and Richard Schaefer, they're gonna make sure they take care of him. They've been taking care of him. He's been on all his fights, damn near be on PBC and shit like that. And you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be surprised they try to do a homecoming fight. You know what I'm saying? But that's something else. But looking at these rankings, man, you got the kid number 4, Karen. I don't know his last name, but he's from Ukraine. So a couple of months ago, he was number 9. He jumped up to number 4. And he ain't have a fight. So I was like, shit. But I watched him fight, man, and I was thinking maybe he'll be an opponent for Boots, man. That should be easy money. You know what I'm saying? That should be easy money. Let me see. Conor Ben. So he about to fight Eubank. Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman, he's there, but he ain't. He Keith Thurman in the IBF rankings because he hoping to get Spence. He ain't trying. He ain't gonna fight Boots. If he was, that shit would have been made already. You got Ivan Golov, David Avanesian. Talked about Rashidi Ellis, Cody Crowley. Alexis Rocha, he's coming back October the 29th. He's gonna fight on JoJo and Williams to pay the undercard. So stay tuned for that. Usman, he's fighting next week. He's fighting on the Joyce and Parker undercard. You know what I'm saying? So let's see. He said, "Yep." My bro, what's good with you, bro? My man DJ in the building. Salute to you, bro. What's good with you? All right, 140. So the title is vacant. So we heard about Ponce not getting his visa in time to fight on the Wilder Helens undercard. I see people say he ducking. No, he ain't ducking. He trying to get that fight. He the one pushed for. If it wasn't for Ponce, this is what they're not gonna tell y'all though. If it wasn't for Ponce, this fight would have been an interim title fight. You get less money, all types of shit. Now, since he pushed the issue to have Josh Taylor to vacate because he was a #1 contender, Josh Taylor he vacated. Now the fight is for a vacant title, and people going around saying he ducking the fight. Oh, that's what I'm saying. I just be laughing because they'll be knowing to have. But no, Ponce want the fight. You know what I'm saying? Google Translate is a great invention. Cause I be hollering at him and he told me what time it is. Now I ain't just because I talked to him now, I mean I'm picking him. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying, good with the information. But Ponce versus Matisse is a fire ass fight. It'll probably go down. They're gonna make the fight. It's gonna be on PBC, whether it be November the 5th on Dave Morrell's undercard, or it might slide to Spencer Crawford. So or he could he can go to David and be there. So it's 4 cards. I'm telling y'all already that's gonna happen. So you know about Wilder. You got the November 5th card. Just in case anybody taking notes in the back, I got y'all. You got Morrell got a card November the 5th. Then Spencer Crawford, you already know the date. It's not November 26th either. Or November 29th on a Tuesday. It ain't that either. And then so that's 2. Then you got Benavidez, December the 3rd. And then you got Tank and Ryan. Oh, my bad, that slipped out. You got Tank Davis. Let me be politically correct. You got Tank Davis on December 17th. So y'all got the gems right there. So y'all do what y'all want with it. But so that fight should get rescheduled. You got Jack Callebaut. He's still trying to get a fight with Josh Taylor. That fight got pushed back to next year. He got a ship. That's another good fighter. Waiting on Regis and Zepeda. I don't know. That shit fuck around and be on one of these PBC undercards while y'all playing. If Mob Nation don't come up with the bread, they're gonna lose that fight. Leon Parvo is fighting on October the 15th. He's number 2 in the WBO. So he got to maintain that position to get an opportunity to face Teofimo Lopez, who is number 1, when if Josh Taylor vacate the WBO, you know what I'm saying, in the near future. So he got a big fight. Montana Love, we got a hometown fight coming up November the 12th. You got Ramirez, Andy Araujo, he just fought. Teofimo, Gary Antoine Russell, they're trying to get him a title fight against Playo. Brandon Lee, he up in there. He got dropped in his last fight, but he came back. So got the victory. Sando Martin up in there. So, we'll see. I can't mention the building. What's good with you, bro? They might as well put it on. Yeah, let's do that. I'll take it. They still have plenty of dates to make the fight. Yeah, they gonna make that fight. That fight gonna get made for sure. All right, we're moving down. 135. So Devin Haney is undisputed. He's gonna run it back with Cambosis October the 15th. We all know about that. They got a mandatory though in the IBF. Gustavo Lemon. He stopped Lee Selby in his last fight, and Lee Selby retired after that. So I'm not sure the rotation. Pretty sure he lasts. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. Lomachenko come back October 29th versus Jermaine Ortiz. So that's good to have him back though. You know what I'm saying? Because we want to see him face Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying? I would put Boots right. Yeah, I would too. Yep. I'm with you. I agree with you, bro. I agree 100%. That should be crazy. I hope they do it. I hope all that shit come to pass. It's a reason why Rashid Ellis coming to the new IBF rankings, and he fought 2 months ago. It's a reason. You know what I'm saying? Why didn't this do it like the month right after he fought? See, you know what I'm saying? So it's a reason. That's why. This is the reason why I be pointing this shit out. So let me see. Let me see. Who got some fight dates coming up? Michelle Rivera. He's supposed to be on Wilder's on the card. Rich Comey just fought, but he campaigned at 140. Number 11, Brock Jarvis. He moving up to face Leon Paro. That's who I talked about. Who trying to keep that WO spot. Maxie Hughes is gonna face Kid Galahad. That's next week. That might be a boring fight, yo. Both guys, I don't know. Sometimes them guys be hard to watch, but we'll see though. We'll see. You know what I'm saying? Yoshino got a good fight. I think he's facing Nakatani on that November the 1st card, and that 108 card in November. Yeah, that's him. Yes, sir. That's a good fight, bro. Exactly. He's fresh, and he's the only actual one wanting to fight at Boogeyman Boots. Let's get it. Let's get it. I want that fight. All right, we're moving down to 130. So we got Joe Cordina. He gonna make his first title defense versus Shakov Romanov. That's a tough ass first mandatory. Romanov probably should be world champion. He had a fight with JoJo. That shit went to it was a draw. Could have went either way. That's a tough fight. I like Cordina though. He got some skills and he had a highlight reel knockout. But yeah, that's going down November the 5th. That's on the undercard of Bilbo and Zerto. So that's pretty decent right there. Zephyr Barrett, he's gonna face Kiko Martinez. No, not Zephyr Barrett. I'm tripping. I jumped ahead of myself. My bad. I'm gonna get to that. That's featherweight. Zephyr Barrett got a fight coming up though. I forgot. I jumped the gun. He fought Kiko. He should have lost that fight. So that's why I'm probably thinking about it. You know what I'm saying? Number 8, Michael Manisi. He's fighting next week. He's facing Anthony Kakase on the undercard of Joyce and Parker. That's a pretty decent fight at 130. So yeah, nothing else really too crazy. Still trying to get word on what's gonna happen with Shaki Foster. I don't know. I got holler at his team. I don't know what's going on. So we'll see. 126, Josh Warrington is the champion. He got a mandatory. Luis Lopez fights out top rank. The IBF probably ordered that fight already. Though. They bought to order it because it's due. Lopez had like two tune-up fights while he was waiting for Josh Warrington to heal. He had like a broken jaw and he hurt his hand or wrist in the fight with Kiko. So that fight probably be in the back half of this year. You know what I'm saying? Now I think he's good now. I think that's why they about to order this fight. So I think he's good now. Um, so Kiko, I jumped the gun a little bit earlier, but he got to fight. He's gonna fight Jordan Gill, and I think that's on Cade Taylor's undercard, October 29th. So yeah, that's a pretty good fight. Jordan Gill had some dramatics in his last fight. He was getting beat up and shit, and then he had a he landed a come from behind right hand and to get the knockout victory and shit. That shit was crazy. So that's a pretty decent fight. Robisa Ramirez is going to face Jesse Magdaleno. I like that fight. That's on Lomachenko's undercard, October 29th. October 29th is going to be pretty good for boxing while I'm thinking about it. Just like October 15th. You got Dog Bay up in there, guys like Dog Bay. Dog Bay like number 1 in the WBO though. Ray Ford. Y'all should be hearing something about Ray Ford pretty soon. He might be on the undercard of Montana Love, November the 12th. Stay tuned. He said, damn, no movement for Ray Ford, huh? Nah, he probably still he got a higher rank in the WBA though. I think that's the one he may go down more. But we'll see. Yeah, WBA route. Yep. There you go. Let me see. 122. So MJ, we still waiting for his return. He got an IBF mandatory, Marlon Sapala. So it's looking like they may fight the top of the year. They probably order that fight. Y'all might hear something about that. And they probably fight in the top of the year. So, of course, when Undisputed at 122 was already dead. You know what I'm saying? It was already dead. So we'll probably get Fulton versus Neri. If Neri win his fight October the 1st, and they'll probably fight the first quarter of next year. Then hopefully we can get unification. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, mess around, come to the division, and he may get MJ before Fulton. You never know. You know, boxing is crazy, unpredictable. Um, so you got Neri number 3. Ray Saline jumped up a couple of spots. He actually swapped spots with Mike Playing, so he's number 4. So Ray Saline really should get a world title shot if we win 100. Looking at, he's better than the mandatories. Like he probably only ones he's not better than is probably the champions. You know what I'm saying? So he should be getting a mandatory. MJ was supposed to put on to December anyway, right? I think push back to the top of the year. Top of the year from what I got. They was I mean, I guess they was hoping for December, but I think it's gonna be top of the year to be safe. Especially coming off that hand injury. He broke his hand in 2 places. So but that he showed some dog though, because he broke his hand and we know his hand was broken in the fight and he still stopped the dude with the hand with the same broke hand. That shit crazy. I salute to him on that shit. So yeah, it's nothing really too much shaking at 122. We waiting on undisputed and the champions to fight, but Raisa Lane put on a hell of a performance. Zelani Tete, that's another one. Like he a dark horse in this division. He tough. Number 8, Sam Goodman got a fight coming up. He fights on Australia. I think October the 8th, I believe. So we'll see. All right, we're moving down. 118. So anyway, he's the champion. He's going to face Paul Butler. Paul Butler, December 13th for undisputed, and that's a fight I expect anyway to win. Supposed to have a mandatory eliminator. We got Popopov versus Australabio. Australabio just beat Rigo in February, so I think it was February. Yeah, it was the same day as Josh Taylor. Whatever day Josh Taylor fought, I remember it was on that day. So yeah, so that supposed to be November the 5th. My man Ant put that out. Salute to him. He was in the chat earlier. Um, we got Gary Antonio Russell. He's gonna face Emmanuel Rodriguez. I know he got eliminated. I asked him behind the scenes, is it the IBF eliminator or is it WBA? Because the WBA is vacant as well. Because Rashid Warren was number 1, but he lost a 6th rounder off TV. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. So I would assume it's the WBA. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see. He said he ain't know. He just says one step closer to a title shot. So we'll see. I see number 15, Dylan Price. That's interesting right there. The young kid, number 15. I like to see him climb up the rankings. I think he can do some things. You know what I'm saying? He's still growing and developing, but I think he can beat some of these guys that are ranked ahead of him. You know what I'm saying? Will Gary Russell get his first shot at a vacant? I would think so, yeah, because he's number 2. If they fight for a WBA eliminator, then I can see definitely he'll fight for the vacant title. You know what I'm saying? For sure. Because anyway, after December 13th, he vacated, like for sure. So yeah, that'd be good stuff right there. So you'll probably have 2 world champions in the Russell family next year. That's some good stuff. 115, Fernando Martinez, the champion. He's going to run it back with Jerwin and Cajas. That's October the 8th. That's on the undercard of Fundora versus Ocampo. The first fight was pretty good, but it was one-sided though. I think they underestimated Martinez. Martinez is more rugged, and he took it to Cajas and beat him. He has a mandatory Jay Bornea, but that probably be on hold for a second. Well, it may get ordered right after the fight. I don't know. So we'll see. But 115 is hot though. We got Bam fighting tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Versus Israel Gonzalez. You got Chocolatito and Estrada. They're gonna run it back for the 3rd time in December. Jonto Nakatani is moving up to 15, the WBO champion. So that's it's heating up. You still got Oka up in there, Joshua Franco. You know what I'm saying? So that division is high. Real talk. I heard Tanaka is negotiating a rematch for Ioka. Man, that's crazy. I don't know how that's gonna work though. I can see the fight happening, but both guys is training with got ties to Ismail Salas now. Tanaka training with Ismail Salas. But I take the fight though. Okay, he looking at the winner. Okay, that's what's up. But Jay Barnett he's the mandatory, and he from the Philippines. Yeah, he from the Philippines. I don't know if I'm saying his name right, but yeah, I know he's a stablemate with Nkajas. So I don't know. We'll see, man. It's interesting though. 115 is interesting. All right, so 112. So his exception right here when we talking about mandatories. Sonny Edwards got a mandatory, Phyllis Alvarado. Now y'all see the first two spots is vacant. So this one right here is maybe it's like an exception because Phyllis Alvarado was the champion at 108. He vacated and moved up to 112. So I guess he got some assurances that, hey, you know what I'm saying, I want to challenge for the title, be the mandatory. Um, this happened before where the mandatory was a number 3 guy. Caleb Plant made 2 mandatory title defenses versus Fozen Boots and Truax, and those guys was number 3. No, neither of those guys won a eliminator to face Caleb Plant. So it is a precedent for that. So we'll see. But that's a good fight though. Sonny Edwards versus Phil Alvarado. It'd be like a cat and mouse type of fight. We'll see who got the better game plan. You know what I'm saying? Joselito Velasquez, he's supposed to fight McWilliams Arroyo for the WBC interim title. So we'll see. He said he could step aside. Yeah, okay. I can see that. I can see that. Have him go down another route or so, or get another opportunity. So yeah, I can see that. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, so 108. So we got a new champion, Naganji. You know what I'm saying? He put on a good performance. That fight was crazy as hell. They kept Hector Flores at number 3. He was number 3 last month. So I guess they thought enough about that performance to keep him number 3. Mark Vassell's right behind him. You know what I'm saying? He got some good fighters underneath them too. Actually, that fight could be good enough to run it back, but I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure Nganji is in the voluntary stage. He just signed with Eddie Hearn, Matchroom, so he may have an opportunity just to make a title defense on one of them shows. We'll see. So, 108 is good too. Like 108 about the next year, it's about to be crazy. You know what I'm saying? Even starting this year is gonna be crazy with that card. Karaguchi versus Kenshiro. And then you got La Bamba. He gonna defend his title, WO title. They gonna fight. The winner's gonna fight in May, and then hopefully we get undisputed with Naganji at the tail end of that. Vince Paras is in the new rankings from the Philippines. He knocked out the WA champ Karaguchi. He knocked him down. Okay, I bet. Appreciate that. That shit made me want to go watch him now. That's what's up with that. Karaguchi, nice though. So yeah, salute to you on that info. Appreciate it. And then 105. 105. 105. I thought my man Rene Cotto won that fight. Mark Rene. I thought he won that fight against Daniel Valadares. That shit was crazy. I think the referee, he was on some other shit, but shit happens in boxing. This division though, I just want to see it kind of heat up like 108 is heating up, and the only way you can do that is have unification fights, and then the top guys fighting each other. You know what I'm saying? That's where they can get some love because there's some decent fighters down there, and they can make for real entertaining fights. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so that's it right there. That's the rankings right there. A couple of things that caught my eye. I'm gonna go back to them just to reiterate some stuff. It was at welterweight with let me see. There you go. So Rashida Ellis, that's probably the biggest story of these rankings. Seeing him come in at number 10, and he just signed with PBC after his career basically was on hold with Golden Boy. So it's good to see him back, and hopefully we can get a fight with him and Jerron Ennis. That shit makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Make real good sense. But we'll see how everything unfolds. And like I said, they do these rankings and these maneuvering. They do it for a reason. You know what I'm saying? They just wake up and say, "Oh, let's just put Rashid Ellis at number 10." They doing that shit for a reason. You know what I'm saying? So Just stay tuned for that. At heavyweight, Andrew Ruiz at number 3. So he got options, you know what I'm saying? Just in case. Just in case. You know what I'm saying? I know PBC want to do the Wilder fight. Andrew Ruiz is talking about staying active. So we're gonna see. Of course, they're gonna wait to see what happens, the results of that fight with Wilder and Helenius, but that's a good move. And then Gassiev comes in at number 11. So he can make a move too. Gassiev is still a big puncher, and I think he's big enough. He like 6'3", 6'4", so I think he'll be all right. He'll gonna always make good fights. He's just injury prone, so I don't know where he's at in his career like that, as far as injury wise. So that's what it is. Taniguchi offered to fight Jerusalem next. That's a good fight right there. That's a good fight. Taniguchi, I see him training with he's in LA right now with Anyway, I believe. Training and stuff. So that's what it is, man. I want to salute everybody coming through the building. I appreciate the comments and the support. You know what I'm saying? Much love for that. Y'all can follow me on my social media, Twitter at OverJ, Instagram Does Boxing. That's my time, and I'm out.